What's up, beautiful? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to this, I am KB Natural, aka Zakia. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you can catch the ring when I upload a new video. So today I have something super special, a special guest on my channel. This is my husband, really my fiance, but we were supposed to get married this year, so he's my husband. So I'm gonna do a meet my husband Q&A, and if you follow me on Instagram, you asked me a bunch of questions, so we are here to answer them.
Name's Juwan, been a product of us, but we've been a product of each other for like 11 years.
Before we get started, I know I'm gonna be sipping on this. If you're asking, this is a protein smoothie. I just got done working out, so I have to drink me one of these every time I work out. So if you want to see how I make this protein smoothie, leave a comment below. Okay, so let's jump right into it. The first question, how did we handle the difficult parts in our relationship? I would honestly say the difficult part of our relationships were probably horrifying to me, just because it is something that I will always look back on and say it was really traumatic. But I believe the way that we handled it was during those times we either took a break from each other or we kind of like talked it out depending on how severe the situation was.
We definitely took a break from one another. I believe the conversations that we had, like after we took that break, was more like a friendship. The way we handled it, I say, was we like always maintained the friendship in some sort of way.
So the second question is, and I often get this a lot, is how did we meet? He remembers this more than I do. I really don't remember. He does though. I
would say, you know, the fact that we went to the same high school together, we always knew of each other. I think like the first time we actually met was in a gym. Basically, it was just me just kind of trash talking. It was kind of starting into basketball.
I don't remember this story.
Yeah, it was real brief too. Like it wasn't like, you know, oh, hey, I'm Zakia, or, you know, hey, I'm Juwan. It wasn't really like that, you know what I'm saying? It was like I said, 'cause we already knew who each other was. It was just like, you know, me basically trash talking her.
So funny. I don't remember that at all. I really wish I did though. How did we overcome adversity? So that goes back to pretty much the first question we answered. Basically, how did we, you know, get through all of our difficult times? But even besides like other things with our relationship, adversity with our communication or something like that, I will honestly say you have to be, or I'll speak within our relationship, we had to be honest with ourselves and we had to recognize our flaws in order to fully accept it. And, you know, and I think that really helped us handle the adversity in our relationship for the most part.
I always used to look back on the fact that we had so much history. We ain't really rush it or anything like that. So I always look back on like the good times, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I look at it like every relationship gonna have its ups and its downs, its adversity and all that stuff. But it's you know what I'm saying? Like, are you willing to give that up? You know what I'm saying? Cause like when you know you got somebody good, that always comes like in the back of your mind. So like for me, you know what I'm saying? That I always used to like play in the back of my head. We've been in this for too long, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she loyal, you know what I'm saying? So like, despite whatever, you know what I'm saying, I know at the end of the day, if it was a choice, I know who will be chosen and vice versa. So I think, yeah, just looking back on the history though.
All right, so the next question is, how did how do we know that we were the one for each other?
I remember my conversation with my homie. It kind of made me realize that, not that she was the one for me, but like she was at least a good one.
I think that, and I'm gonna just correct me if I'm wrong, but I come from a different background than where we went to high school. I'm a suburban girl. I grew up in the suburbs. I lived in the same house for 20-something years. Basically, when I got to the suburbs, I was 1 year old, lived in that same house. When I came to basically the inner city, I think he never really been with someone like me. So I was completely different from the girls that, you know, he used to talk to in his neighborhood or, you know, within his world. But we come from two different backgrounds, so I also think that probably had something to do with that too.
Yeah, especially for me, like, you know, like you kind of sense the difference, you know what I mean, the difference.
It wasn't a particular moment, but I think based off of the fact that I'm really big on family. So based off of the fact that my mother would embrace him like her own son, and she literally told me one day, like, he's literally a son to me. And this was before we got engaged. Like, this was like we was still in high school, and she was like, he's like a son to me. And she admired and she adored him so much. And that goes to say for like my sister, and then like my cousins and stuff started to get to know him. So, and then when he finally met my dad liked him. So last question, being together so young, how did you guys manage to stay strong after all of these years, and was it rough? Again, that's another difficult question, or another question, you know, going back to adversity and, you know, difficult times. You guys must really want to know about that. I would say what helped us was communication, space from each other through that time. You know, that whole 11 years we went down each other's back. But I would say communication, space, accepting our flaws and recognizing it, being there for one another, supporting one another, and, you know, just really recognizing, like he said, the loyalty and the, you know, the genuine and all of that good stuff.
Like the history that we had.
The history really helped us get through those times. Just recognizing that, like, dang, do I really want to meet another man's mom? Like, I've been with this man for 2-3 years, and then go on to, we've been together for 7 years, and goes on, and you like, do I really want to start over? Like, we really have to say that to ourselves.
Out of the 11 years, what like time period you would say was kind of like the worst for you, or the most difficult?
You already know. Our college was the most difficult.
But we was in college from what, like, you? It
don't matter. It was 4 years.
All fast 4-5 years for you?
College was the hardest time for us because you got so many men and women in each other's ears, and they don't care if you got a girlfriend. They don't care if you got a boyfriend. They just want what they see. Then you gotta study and get your grades on top and make sure you graduate on time, and just going through that whole little period, partying, college life. Looking ahead to the future, what do you expect our marriage to be? What are you looking forward to?
I actually expect it to be the same now. Like, far as like the vibe, I expect more blessings, more, you know, positivity, more success.
I'm glad that we are where we are right now.
Agreed.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this Meet My Husband Q&A. I had so much fun. Did you enjoy being on my channel?
It was cool.
If you want to see a little bit more couple things, let me know in the description box. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe so you can be a part of the family. You can't be a part of the family if you don't subscribe. You just can't be a part of the team, boo. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you can get that ring every time I upload a new video.
Make sure y'all go follow What We Ignore. We won't ignore black queens. And that's the same thing, we're just kings.
He say we won't ignore black
But
queens.
It's all positive messages. If you just go to the social media page @ What We Ignore, definitely focusing on like the positive of, you know, things that we do ignore.
I will leave all of that information in the description box. I'll see you next week.